Tonight we begin with a cold case out of California. 26 years after her boyfriend was found stabbed to death, 48-year-old Jade Benning has been arrested in connection, and it happened right here in Austin. CBS Austin's Lindsay Regis joins us live tonight. Lindsay, you spoke with the U.S. Marshals Service tonight who made that arrest.
Yeah, well, we found out this is where the arrest happened near Benning's home right behind me. She was arrested on May 3rd during a traffic stop.
I believe had gone cold for so long. I didn't feel like she'd probably have any concern to think that she was the individual wanted for this homicide. U.S. Marshals arrested 48-year-old Jade Benning last Tuesday for the murder of Christopher Hervey, who was stabbed to death at age 22 in his California apartment. At the time, Benning told Santa Ana police a black man forced his way into the home and stabbed Hervey. Though detectives followed up on leads, the case went cold until an anonymous letter was sent to the Santa Ana Police Department 2 years ago, implicating Benning's involvement with the murder. The investigation into Benning also turned up forensic evidence linking her to the crime.
The backstory to where the Lone Star Fugitive Task Force got involved was back probably about 2 years ago. Our task force officers there in California reached out to our task force here because they knew that we had ties with the Austin Police Department, because we have task force officers from the Austin Police Department.
Establishing that communication became key to closing the investigation as far as obtaining the warrant.
What we know is that we had a warrant for a murder, and our job was to go execute that warrant here in Austin.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Brandon Filla says members of the Lone Star Fugitive Task Force conducted surveillance before making contact with Benning.
During surveillance, we were able to identify a female that fit the physical description of Jade Benning. Followed that vehicle for quite some time. It went into a school parking lot. We didn't feel that that was probably the best time to facilitate an arrest. So we continued surveillance to where we followed her away from that school, safest place possible, and effected that arrest on a traffic stop where she was arrested without incident.
From there, she was handed over to the Santa Ana detectives on scene. So it's been 26 years since the death of Christopher. What do you have to say to his family who, wants closure?
Yeah, I believe this is the beginning of justice for those victims.
A bond hearing has not been set. Now, we reached out to her lawyer for comment, but have yet to hear back. Reporting live, Lindsay Regis, CBS Austin News.